Welcome back to another episode of Decoded, a Lost Codex Podcast. My name is Jesse, and I'm the writer, director, and narrator for the Lost Codex lore episodes, and your host for the weekly Decoded Podcast. And as you can tell, I'm by myself tonight. We're doing another solo podcast where I'm going to ramble and talk about BlizzCon, TwitchCon, PredictionCon, and all the cons. For those of you who don't know, as you can tell by that little intro you saw, we're going to BlizzCon this year. Both myself, Sir Jeffrey, the visuals you see made by him, our manager Zillions, we've got Issei going, Quell Fabulous who did last year's art, Issei who did this year's art. Everyone's going to BlizzCon this year. So if you're going, you should come to the Hilton on the Thursday night before BlizzCon, so November 1st. Con before the Storm Party. Amazing party. Wowhead party, amazing. Blizz Nerds, go to that. In Con Before the Storm Party, we have a meet and greet at 10 o'clock Pacific time. In person. You get to see this in person. There's a whole bunch of other awesome streamers, and everyone just have a meet and greet. I think Christy Golden has a meet and greet, I think around 6 o'clock. Taryn Gregory, Diva Marie. We've got Final Boss TV, who he's going to be having his meet and greet at the same time we are, later on in the night. You get to meet Zillion. She has her own meet and greet. Fist from Lagging Balls. We've got Mr. GM. He's going to be there. And if you're not at the Come Before the Storm party, you should go to the Wowhead party, because the Wowhead party is going to be bumping. I heard Jay the Bard is going to be playing, so that'll be exciting. And the Blizz Nerds table, there may be a Lost Codex merchandise table, a little corner, a little stand where I'll have my Codex vault keepers selling some merchandise, and I'll be there when I can, as I'll be summoned to different parties. But there may be some Lost Codex, some pins for those who didn't see last time. Oh yeah, double-sided. It's got a Lost. Can't really see it because of the light. It says Lost Codex BlizzCon 2018, so it's exclusive to this BlizzCon. We'll have it in the future, but it was made for this BlizzCon. We're going to be selling little tokens like these, little things with other designs you haven't seen yet. We're going to have shirts, we're going to have stickers, we're going to not have Lost Codex body pillows. That's not this year. So if you're going to BlizzCon in person, come before the storm, 10 o'clock, Wowhead party, Blizz Nerds party, all the parties. Don't miss the parties. That's half the fun of BlizzCon. TwitchCon I'll talk about after we're done our little intro. I feel people now will listen to the weekly podcast because they also want an update on the PTR. So I feel obligated to talk about PTR updates. A PTR update came out today, and I don't want to say there was nothing in it, but it wasn't podcast worthy. It wasn't enough to make its own podcast. Some very quick stuff that happened. Lorthamar's model is no longer in T-pose, but his hair is still sticking straight up. So, confirmed missile Lorthamar, that his hair is canonically sticking straight up. That's a joke, by the way. A little moment. A couple podcasts ago, I predicted the giant elemental that was going to be involved in the Sea Priest fight. Its name is Luminaria or something like that, which is a type of seaweed, and I said it's going to be a seaweed elemental, and the seaweed elemental model was found, or seaweed covered elemental rather. So I'm not going to say called it, but who cares? It's a seaweed model. Who cares? And the other thing that I just want to point out, someone in my Discord, my mind won't quiet. One of the mods over on RWow tagged me in a post. The King Grong fight, the gorilla fight in Zuldazar, for the upcoming raid. The Horde fight King Grong, and the Alliance fight an undead version of him, because after the Horde kill him, Bwonsamdi resurrects him, and then the Alliance have to fight him. And I thought, well, that's kind of weird. Why is there gnomish airplanes involved in the fight, aside from it being an obvious King Kong reference? And apparently the gorillas volunteer to help the Alliance. There's a little quest chain in Zuldazar, if you're a Horde player, where gorillas get their hands on Kajamite, the mineral that goblins get smarter with, and they're sentient gorillas, and apparently that becomes a plot point for a boss, and King Grong And the gnomes, I didn't look at all the data mine info, but from what I gathered, they volunteered to help the gnomes. So Gorilla Allied Race being announced. That's the BlizzCon prediction. Gorilla Allied Race. That's not. That's also a joke. Before someone in the comments believes me. The Gorilla boss actually has lore. I was like, why? I thought maybe the gnomes mind controlled it and had it in a box. No, he just volunteers. He's like, yo, I got you, fam. I'm gonna go fight the horde. And there was some ritual. What was it? Some ritual that converts like intelligence into raw strength, or vice versa. I don't know. And it was involved with gnomes, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Junker gnomes!" Apparently, it's to do with the gorillas. So, yeah, that's happening, and that's exciting. We're gonna launch right into this podcast, guys. This is a short podcast, by the way. This is not gonna be one of our 2 hours. So if you got something to do for the next 2 hours, I can't help you there because I'm not gonna be talking for that long. In before I am talking for that long. We got some predictions and stuff because I leave in math is hard. Give me a second. 20 hours. I will be leaving for LA in 20 hours, and then Thursday morning I am leaving from LA or Orange County rather to head to TwitchCon. So if we're going to TwitchCon this year, I will be there all 3 days. Myself, Jeffrey, and Zillions will be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've never been to TwitchCon, so this is exciting. This is new. I don't know what to expect. I'm going to be going to parties. So if you're going to TwitchCon, at me on Twitter. People say, don't at me. Well, you can at me. At me on Twitter and find us and stuff. Look for shirts, probably. That'll be what we're wearing. 20 hours I'm leaving. I know. I'm not prepared. Illidan would be disappointed. I've got so much to do. But here I am doing this week's podcast. I was like, I'm not going to do it. And I'm here to doing it. I bought all the stuff I needed for today. I still have to finish packing and wrapping stuff. And then I gotta get snacks tomorrow because I'm not paying. Speak louder. Louder. Am I not loud enough? Am I quiet? I'm sorry. No one told me. I'm sorry. Let me speak. It'll be one of those. It's gonna be a one of those gentle spoken podcasts where it's just very quiet. Put you to sleep. What's that called? ASMR. ASMR's gonna be one of those podcasts. It's not one of those podcasts. We're not doing that. Meh, Jay? Meh what? Let it be known Jesse is a nerd. No one needed to declare that. So, TwitchCon, if you're going, seek me out. If not, BlizzCon. Next week, I'll be there. Let's dive right into the BlizzCon predictions. Opening ceremony happens. And I really hope Mike Morhaime comes out on stage. Because it just as it didn't feel right that Chris Metzen didn't come out on stage the year he stepped down. Something is like, no. Morheime's going to be there. He's going to come say goodbye. But Metzen didn't. And I'm still hurt from that. So I'm hoping Morhaime comes out for one last hurrah. Because that's going to be sad. That's going to be really... Yes, another play nice speech, right? And, I've seen people bitch and complain about his play nice speech. Like, it's the internet, of course there's going to be angry people. Well, that doesn't mean you need to be a dick. It's like when I say in videos, be nice to developers, and someone says, you can't tell me what to do. You're right, I can't, but you can be a grown-ass adult and treat people with kindness and respect, because the gaming community is toxic. And it doesn't need to be. The WoW community does not need to be toxic. And so I hope he comes out and just says, like, thank you guys, and as cheesy it is, be good to one another, be kind to one another, because there's too much garbage in the world. So that's happening. So I hope Mike Morhaime is there. I look more rugged. I'm sorry, I'm talking to the chat. I'm sorry. I know this is awkward for those listening. I'm talking to the chat. I look more rugged. I did I haven't shaved in a while, which I need to do. I look like a lumberjack. Like I just came out of the woods. I got a haircut. And I look like I should be wearing, like I'm wearing like a thick padding right now. And, yeah, I need to clean up. I'm getting ready for winter. This is literally, my face is getting cold, so it, anyway. So, Morheim's going to come out. It's my prediction. It's the only prediction I'm giving. I'm not going to talk about games, just Morheim. Morheim's going to come out, and he's going to tell it. He's going to say, I'm kidding, I'm not leaving. Chris Metzen's coming back, and everything's going to be good. No. Morheim's going to come out, do his big hurrah. Warcraft won't be the first announcement, I don't think. They're definitely going to do the Hearthstone announcement first. So Hearthstone, we have that 3 charts. The Hearthstone prediction. We had Kobolds and Catacombs. We had the Boomsday project, and this next one. I remember the little icon. I want to say I thought of ogres, or the image. I didn't come prepared. I don't have it here. Again, Illidan's right, but. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't Kobolds and Catacombs, it was Witchwood. I'm sorry. Someone's typing, it's not Kobold, it's Witchwood. Witchwood, Witchwood, Boomsday, Science, Magic. I don't know. I'm not sure what the next Hearthstone project. I can't wait for the trailer. The trailers are the best part. I can't wait for Kozak and just the team to be on there. No Ben Brode. This is a weird BlizzCon. This is Ben Brode's gonna come back and announce he's not. But Dave Kozak, who's been in the last couple trailers. I'm a big fan of Dave Kozak. I love his writing style. Dave Kozak is the mastermind behind the Mists of Pandaria expansion, because he used to be obviously on the Warcraft team, and he's since swapped over to the Hearthstone team. So I hope it's Kozak who announces the next Hearthstone expansion, and I'm excited no matter what it is. For all you Hearthstone lovers out there going to BlizzCon, you want the real immersive experience, go to the Hearthstone stage. Don't go to the main stage. Go to the Hearthstone stage, sit in the tavern with barrels and the counter, and watch the Hearthstone announcement from the Hearthstone stage. That's something new they did last year, was too many people try to get to the main stage. And so what they did is they split it up now. They have different stages and different arenas to announce different things. So they'll announce the big things probably on the main stage. But like Hearthstone, they'll announce at the Hearthstone stage, which is a lot much smaller of a stage, but you're sitting in the tavern. And then the Overwatch announcement, which I'll get to in a second, is in the Overwatch arena. You get to see Kaplan come out, and last year Darren DePaul came out, and you got to watch from all angles. So yeah. Whatever game you're most excited for, if there is a themed stage, go to it. Let's jump right into Overwatch. Overwatch, obviously, we're getting a new hero, some new maps. I am totally in love with the Blizzard world within Overwatch, the Blizzard world map. I want Blizzard crossovers for everything. I think that on Warcraft's 15th anniversary next year, there should be a special Warcraft event in Hearthstone, in Overwatch rather. And I would love to see all the Magni crossover skin is amazing. The new Demon Hunter Sombra skin is amazing. The Widowmaker StarCraft skin is amazing. And I want to see all these crazy skins brought to life in game. I want my Draenei Reinhardt. Make it happen, Blizzard. So I think obviously we're getting a new map. We're getting a new hero. But I wonder if there's something else that we're getting. We're now a couple years into Overwatch. And it's great, right? They put out events every couple months, every 2 months. There's never a drought for Overwatch. There's always new events, new skins to get. Is it time for an expansion? Is it time for something new, a PvE mode that's not just a limited event? Is it time for something new to come? And I feel like we're at that stage now where we have all the yearly events. The Halloween event, the Christmas event will be here in no time. The summer games, we have the Uprising event. I feel like we've now set the precedent with all these events in Overwatch. And before someone says, this is a Warcraft podcast, not Overwatch. Sue me. I feel we're at that time that something is coming. And there's a lot of stuff that they're doing. They're teaming up with Lego. First of all, Lego. Warcraft, that's how you do it. Not Mega Blocks. What's a Mega Block? Team up with Lego. Jesus. Nerf, they're making Nerf. There's a Nerf booth at BlizzCon where they're going to have Overwatch Nerf guns. That's where all my money's going. Not actually, but that sounds amazing. I would love like an Overwatch Netflix series. I would love an Overwatch animated series. I would love an Overwatch novel. That would be cool. But maybe an expansion. Maybe... I don't know. A new PvE mode? I don't know. I'm excited. I play Overwatch casually every now and then. I'll be super excited when they announce it. I don't even like playing as Moira, but when they announced Moira and I saw her on screen, I was on the edge of my seat, screaming with everyone else because I'm like, she looks totally cool. So I don't know. I'm hoping for more Blizzard crossover skins. That's what I want. And a new hero. But I'm curious, is there more that's coming? Who knows? What are we missing? Heroes of the Storm. Obviously, we're going to get a new hero. Probably two. They just announced Mal'Ganis right before BlizzCon. So maybe we'll see some more skins of him. Maybe he'll appear in the trailer. But I think we're going to get a double hero again. Probably come out in December, January, something like that. Last year, I believe, was Hanzo and Alexstrasza. New map, new event, Year of the Raven. You know, the icon for Heroes of the Storm, I believe, is the Raven Lord this year for the BlizzCon key art. So maybe not. I don't really play heroes. I like looking at heroes, and I hate to admit that. I like looking at heroes going, that's a cool skin, that's a cool hero, that's a cool trailer. Do you want to play? No. Because it's not my style of game. People don't like Overwatch, I don't like heroes. And maybe if I was better at the game, tried to play League, that was awful. I was awful. And the only time I play heroes is when Blizzard says, play heroes and get a free WoW mount. I'm like, fine. But it's such a cool looking game. And I really want them, like Overwatch, to do more crossover skins. I would love to see, I think I've gone on this rant before, less meme skins, Blizzard. No meme skins. Like, we get it. Yrel, totally cool. Harley Quinn Yrel, you could have done better. And like, she looks cool, she looks amazing. But Lightforged Yrel, Minari corrupted Yrel, literally female Felguard Yrel. I don't know, something way off. Not Yrel as a clown. It's kind of... Or Mal'Ganis. Mal'Ganis comes out. I'm like, oh, Lightforged Mal'Ganis? Are we going to have, like, Diablo Demon Lord Mal'Ganis? Are we going to have... Can't think of anyone else. Yeah, there's no one else. No, we got Robot Mal'Ganis. Which is like, alright, StarCraft crossover, I guess. But give us lore. Give us lore skins. Like, not real lore, like crossover alternate universe lore. What if Mal'Ganis was Jaina? I don't know. That already exists. Anyway, heroes. I don't have a lot to say about heroes, except that I like it, and I'm going to say, oh, that's cool, when I walk by it. Warcraft. What is the Warcraft stuff? Well, obviously, classic. Let's talk about classic. The ominous they. Blizzard put out a dev water cooler to talk about what to expect. And here's the gist of it. From the beginning of this project, the team's mission has been to be as faithful as possible to World of Warcraft as it existed back in 2005 and 2006, before Cataclysm altered the world as we knew it. And we wanted to make sure the demo we built for the show was a clear reflection of that. The focus of the demo is on outdoor questing, and we've selected 2 iconic zones the most original WoW players will no doubt be familiar with. Barrens for the Horde, the chat's going to be a shit show, and Westfall for the Alliance. So you can step back in time and experience these zones as they were originally designed. You'll be able to search for Mancrick's wife, curse at ordinary Planestriders for not having beaks, and make a group to kill Defias pillagers in Moonbrook. Or, try to kill a zebra, and it has no hooves, let alone one. You might even get to improvise a new rotation against the Harvest Golem in Farmer Seldine's farm, since in this era, mechanical creatures may be immune to some of your abilities. We brought all of that back, and we're excited about it as you are. Get ready to suffer. Because it's a demo, there will be some limitations on the content. The Dead Mines of Wailing Caverns dungeon won't be available, the only PvP will be dueling, and you won't be able to visit zones other than Westfall and the Barrens. We also typically limit the timer our BlizzCon attendees can play on a demo, and that will be the case for BlizzCon WoW Classic demo players at home. So if you're playing at home, you have a timer. In order to maximize the number of players who can try out the demo, initially you'll be logged off after playing for a certain amount of time to give someone else a turn. We haven't determined exactly how long this time limit will be yet, but we're also planning some flexibility. So if we're able to relax the restriction and still give everyone who wants to play a great experience, then we'll do that. If you find your session has ended before you've done everything you wanted to, don't worry, your character will be there when you get back for your next session, and all your progress will be saved. I assume that's for players at home only, not on the floor, because that would be chaos on the floor. You'll start the demo at level 15. We all know that starting at level 1 holds a lot of nostalgia. You're also limited in what you can do when you're first starting out. That's true. Starting at level 1 at BlizzCon for the classic demo would have been stupid, because you wouldn't have been able to do something. Rogues would have been stabbing with a dagger and nothing else. 1 dagger, not 2. Remember, they couldn't dual wield back in the day until level 10, and they could only use daggers. Hunters had to melee everything, or range kite, I guess, and you didn't have a pet till level 10. So everything was just limited until level 10. So starting at level 15, that's better, because people wouldn't know how to play hunters or rogues. Given the time constraints of a BlizzCon demo, we wanted to give players some freedom to explore and experiment with core systems like talents or professions, which are unavailable at level 1. We also wanted to get a good sense of the original class played. At level 15, warriors have defensive stance, priests have psychic scream, hunters have their pets, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to look for the most important thing here. It's not here. All right. I also saw that they were implementing HD character models. So it's looking like a true classic experience, and I'm gonna try the demo. I want to see how much of a nostalgia rush I get. And people who listen to the podcast know that every now and then I throw a little quip at Classic WoW, because as someone who did play through Classic, it is very much of it is rose-tinted goggles. It is a reflection on a time that's much different than now. I had a blast in vanilla, I had a blast in BC with my guild and friends. But the gameplay, there was some... It's weird to say I had fun back then, but I did. But I think back on it, having 36 people in your raid show up for Molten Core, and having to call the raid because you didn't have a full group, that sucked back in the day. Now someone in the comments is going to say, well, if you couldn't solo at 36 players, you didn't deserve to do Molten Core. But that's how it was back then. Calling the raid, oh guys, only 32 players showed up. We have to call it. It's a lot of people to call something on. So, not that, that's the reason I hate Classic. There's a lot of things in the past that were like, ooh, this is garbage, that they have fixed now. But I'm still excited to try it. And as much as I razz the idea of Classic, I think there's a lot of potential here. I really, really can't wait to see how true Blizzard sticks to it, and how shocking some of it is going to be for a lot of players who never experienced that back then. apparently you can get to level 19 as the max, but I don't see anyone getting to level 16 in a single session, let alone level 19. Because leveling back then was very tedious. The whole point was, the reason why that Zevra in the Barrens didn't give you, one hoof every time you killed it, let alone 4, because it has 4 legs, was because you were meant to kill 13 in order to get 4. You were meant to kill that extra X how many mobs you needed to kill, so your bar went up and leveled. It wasn't a guaranteed item per kill like it is today, or in most cases today. So I'm very curious to see how Classic does. And I am really looking forward to the community response in how true it is, and those people who didn't experience it back then. That's all I'm going to say. So, Classic, that's coming out. What else are they going to announce? I'm expecting a trailer of some kind. 8.2 trailer. This would be a great time to show the 8.2 trailer. I'm sorry, 8.1. Oh, screw it, show me 8.2 as well. I expected... I was willing to bet when they dropped the 8.1 PTR, that 8.1 was still going to drop before BlizzCon. Even though Blizzard had said that it was too soon, something told me that it was going to be out before BlizzCon, and I was kind of right. It's out on the PTR. Maybe I didn't fully believe it was going to be out playable, but remember, 7.1 in Legion was out before BlizzCon, and 2 weeks later at BlizzCon they talked about 7.2 and beyond. So I expect that 8.1 is launching right after BlizzCon, if not literally the Tuesday after, probably the Tuesday after that. And I imagine BlizzCon is a great time to show the trailer for the Siege of Zuldazar. In that trailer, we're probably going to see some Jaina. We're probably going to see a little bit of the Horde's perspective, a little conversation between Rastakhan and Bwan Samdi. And I think when they start talking about 8.1 and beyond, I think we're going to get a couple of announcements. Here's my predictions for Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. Jesse straightening up, things are getting serious. Worgen and Goblin updates. I think that is coming in 8.2 or 8.3. And I think they're going to show, again, I've said this before, when Ian talked about them in one of the Q&As a couple weeks ago, a month ago, however long ago, he made this, and maybe it's just me, but he said, I wish I had pictures to show you. I wish I could show you what they look like instead of just talking about them. And he made mention to just physically showing, and part of me was thinking, what if that's the plan for BlizzCon, to point at the thing behind him and bam, Worgen come up, the goblins come up. And while they're at it, the Heritage Armor. That'd be pretty dope if the second set of Heritage Armor to come out was both goblins and Worgen with their respective model updates. So I expect that's coming. I expect we're going to get a whole bunch of new feature updates. Azerite is the Azerite concept, the Azerite armor, the whole drama fiasco. That's going to be a huge part, I think, of Ian's conversation. Because all eyes are going to be on the Warcraft team. I know there's a lot of hostility and negativity in the community right now about Battle for Azeroth. It's worse than Warlords. No, it's not. It's not worse than Warlords. We didn't realize Warlords was bad until the end. Bad because of the content rot. There's no content rot right now. But there is some lack of communication right now, and there is a lot of problems with the game right now that is fixable. That isn't one. Several problems don't ruin an entire expansion. Don't at me. But I think BlizzCon will be the time that Ian takes to address that. Total side note, Halinka's back. For anyone who missed Halinka, who used to be the lead PvP designer, I think he's back as the lead combat designer now, class changes and PvP. He left the Warcraft team to go work on Secret Project, and now he's back. And I'm wondering, is it because of all the community lash out? So that's good. Welcome back, Brian Halinka. I hope to see him on stage because in past BlizzCons, when he was on stage just explaining features or maybe it was interviews, just very well-spoken developer. So I'm glad to see him back on the team. And I really hope him and Ian kind of talk about some of these changes, class changes that people have with the Azerite system. I'm not going to get into it. Lore-wise, I am crossing my fingers for some Allied Race announcements. Sethrak, please? I know it's never going to happen, but please. Every time I see a Sethrak now, I'm like, I'd love to play one of those. Valpera, inevitable. Junker Gnomes, it's happening. I want something totally blindsided. I want to be as blindsided about the next Allied Race as we were with Dark Shore as a war front. I want Kaja Gorillas to be the next Allied. Something that we're just like, we're all focused on the same ideas, and I want something just out of left field. Playable Naga with legs. Screw it. How? Who cares? Just do it. And I would love to see future Heritage Armor concepts, at least the art for it, and what the story plans are. And I think we're going to get another big reveal. Just like Ian said, we're going to Argus. I think we're going to get that big reveal. But I don't think it's going to be something we expect. I don't think it's going to be like, we're going to fight Azara, because we all know that, right? Where is Azara? You know, there's the idea that maybe Azara isn't the Gul'dan of the expansion anymore. What if she is the end boss? What if N'Zoth isn't even in this expansion? He's the next one. So Allied Race, they're going to announce new Allied Race. I think they're going to announce Worgen and Goblin. They're going to show Heritage Armor sets, whether that's Worgen and Goblin or others, something. And there's going to be a big something, a big something reveal, or something we're not expecting, a new feature, new something. We're going to, and obviously some other things like Island Expeditions, we're going to get new previews of those, maybe new battleground, new dungeon. But I think there's some new feature, gameplay, something, story direction that they're going to just drop the ball, and we're going to be like, wow, what is this? That's my prediction for Battle for Azeroth. Because there is a what's next panel. So and Jeremy Fiesel, mind you, he deleted this tweet, did say, we're not talking about 8.1 at BlizzCon. Now, he could have deleted the tweet that said we're not talking about 8.1 at BlizzCon, because that was technically a lie, because what if they show the 8.1 trailer? That's talking about 8.1. Or there's been a change of plans, and they're are going to talk about the features of 8.1. I hope they don't, because we already know everything from 8.1. I hope they just say, here's your trailer, now let's talk about 8.2. Because we know everything about 8.1. So that's what I think. Let's address the giant demon in the room. Diablo. Up until a couple weeks ago, everyone was banking on Diablo 4. Because it's been years since the Diablo team has, I'm not going to say done anything, because that's not fair to them. They've been doing stuff, we just don't know what. And on October 17th, Blizzard put out a forum post, or a community post, on their blog, for the Diablo blog. It said, Diablo at BlizzCon 2018. That's not a good sign, because they did that same blog last year. BlizzCon 2018 is almost here, and we've seen a lot of rumors flying around about our plans for Diablo at the show. These are very exciting times. We currently have multiple teams working on different Diablo projects, and we can't wait to tell you all about them. Interesting wording, multiple teams. So it's not just the Diablo team working on multiple projects, it's multiple teams. Now that could just be the Diablo team split, but Blizzard breaks up their teams, Team 1, Team 2, Team 3. Is that where Helenka was? Well, was Helenka working on World of Diablo? I don't know. And we can't wait to tell you all about them when the time is right. We know that many of you are hoping for, and we can only say that good things come to those who wait, but evil things often take longer. We appreciate your patience as our teams work tirelessly to create nightmarish experiences worthy of the Lord of Terror. While we won't be ready to announce all of our projects, we do intend to share some Diablo-related news with you at the show. November 2nd will be an especially diabolical date. Not only is it the first day of BlizzCon, it's also when Diablo 3 arrives on Nintendo Switch, which is a special Diablo 3 Switch edition coming out, and it looks totally badass, and I really want it. It's at GameStop only. If you're planning to pick up the game, the digital download will be available starting at midnight on launch day, and are joining us in Anaheim, be sure to bring your console. We'd love to slay some demons with you on the show floor. Again, We want to thank you for your patience and support. We are eternally grateful to you and the millions of other Diablo fans around the world with whose passion for this franchise inspires us and keeps our fires burning. We'll see you in hell and at BlizzCon. So this can mean two things. Blizzard posted a picture on Twitter a year ago, 2 years ago, I don't know, a year ago, earlier this year. And it was the Diablo Nightlight, and someone switched it off, or switched it on. It was a switch. People were saying, this is Diablo confirming to be the Switch. And I'm pretty sure Blizzard said, no, that's not what we're confirming. And now Diablo's out on Switch. So this could be Blizzard, like, trying to deflect. And maybe one of the projects they're not willing to talk about is the secret, the Diablo show that's in rumor. What if they announce Diablo 4 at BlizzCon? But the other project they want to announce is the Diablo Netflix series that's in the works, rumor, supposedly, right? So it could be Blizzard trying to deflect and then they're going to surprise us. Or what I think is Blizzard's basically saying, shut up, get your hopes calm. I'm expecting a Diablo 2 remaster, a full-on just nostalgia rush with that. But I'm not expecting Diablo 4. If Diablo 4 is announced, holy moly, I'm going to be excited. But after seeing this, part of me is kind of like, ooh, is this Blizzard trying to trick me? And I'm going to go in and still get something? Or is this Blizzard trying to make things realistic? I saw a lot of people say that Blizzard did this intentionally to build up hype, and then weeks before the event, after people have already bought their tickets and their virtual tickets, they're trying to scam them. No, that's not how Blizzard developers work. That's not how Blizzard team works, where they're gonna let something build like that and then deflect everything and say, oh wait, no, we changed our minds, we're not doing that. That's they're not assholes. They're not out there to build off of this hype. It'd be different if they said, we've got some very big Diablo news for you coming to you at BlizzCon, so prepare yourselves for a special, and then turns out they don't announce anything, right? That would be different. But weeks before the event, with rumors flying everywhere, this makes sense. The Blizzard's like, whoa, everyone calm down. Just calm yourself, we'll find out more. There is something coming up BlizzCon, and I do think that we are getting a Diablo Netflix series announcement. Either that was confirmed or it's been leaked. I don't know. I saw something about it. One of the writers came out and said he was working on it. I don't know. It looks cool. Kind of wish they're doing a Warcraft or Overwatch one. But Diablo's just as cool. And I think Diablo Netflix series and Diablo 2 remaster is what's coming. And I think Diablo 4, if anything, they're going to show Diablo 4, like the title screen, kind of like what Bethesda did at E3. E3? E3. No. Gamescom? One of the two, where they show the next Elder series and just title alone. I think Blizzard might do that, if anything, related to Diablo 4. So let's calm our jets about Diablo 4, because I don't see it happening. As much as I did see it happening after seeing that post, I'm like, oh well, my hope. I'm gonna rear back. And then if they slap me in the face at BlizzCon and say, no, we're lying, here's Diablo 4. Well, holy crap, I was wrong, and I will be so excited. Hearthstone, Overwatch, Warcraft, Heroes, Diablo, StarCraft. I honestly think the StarCraft team is working on another RTS, whether that's Warcraft 4 or something else. Like most of them, there's definitely those still working on updating, keeping the game working. But I honestly think the StarCraft team is working on something else. I doubt we'll see an announcement at all. But if they come out and say Warcraft 3 revamp, I'm pretty sure the internet will break. I'm pretty sure. It is a StarCraft year anniversary. Is it? I don't know. Is it a StarCraft anniversary year? Maybe. That means nothing, though. There was a Diablo anniversary year, and everyone expected, this is it. This is the Diablo anniversary. There was a party outside. No, I don't think it is. Because they announced the outside celebration of the Diablo anniversary well before BlizzCon. Like, there was beer tents and a special Diablo ale you could buy, like a special bottle. Pretty sure Christian Nairn, Hodor from Game of Thrones, I'm pretty sure he was there as a DJ. Maybe that's for Warcraft. But they've done a Warcraft anniversary celebration. And, or rather, a BlizzCon anniversary celebration and the Diablo one. I don't know if it's StarCraft. The mugs, and there's mugs too. So, I don't expect a lot from StarCraft. I'll be very surprised. I'm not a StarCraft fan. That's not to say I hate the game. I never got into it. I want to get into it. But I honestly think they're working on something else. I honestly think that if they come out and just announce Warcraft 3 revamp, holy moly, that's huge. People are expecting Warcraft 4. No. Maybe next year for the 10-year, 15-year Warcraft, World of Warcraft celebration. But don't expect Warcraft 4. Yeah, StarCraft 2, StarCraft 20th anniversary. Maybe. Maybe there is something. I don't know. A montage. We're getting a montage about StarCraft, definitely. That's my prediction. A montage. And that's it. I would love a Warcraft 3 revamp. But I don't know if this is the year. I don't know. And that's all I got, guys, for BlizzCon predictions. I think that there's a storytelling panel. There's a cinematics panel. I hope at the cinematics panel. By the way, if we're going to BlizzCon, cinematics panel is so cool because you get to see at the past cinematics panels we've seen storyboards and the concepts for a lot of these stories come to life, and they've even shown previews for future stuff. Now you'll be able to find an MMO champion and Wowhead within minutes, but you should go. Not only because Taryn Gregory is going to be there, but because it is really cool to see how passionate this part of the team is. Right? You know, we know that there's developers working on the game, but what about the developers working on the cinematics? And that's cool to see in concept stage. I really hope they announce a book, some sort of book. Chronicle 4, please. If they announce Chronicle 4, holy moly. But a novel, a Battle for Azeroth novel. Christy Golden is going to be there. She has a meet and greet, 6 o'clock, Thursday, come before the storm. Be there. But I'd love if they announced a new novel, or Overwatch novel, Warcraft novel. What about you? Leave a comment below. What do you think? What is your description for Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, World of Warcraft Classic, Diablo, StarCraft? Who knows? BlizzCon is so close, and I am so excited. Next week's podcast is going to be me, Jeff, and Zillions after TwitchCon, where we hype up BlizzCon. It'll be a little bit more of an energetic podcast. It'll get you in the flow of things. Don't worry. But yeah, that's happening soon. And I can't wait. If you're going to BlizzCon and you see me and you're intimidated, don't be. Unless you think I'm scary looking, in which case, fine. But if you see me and you're like, I don't want to bother him because he's talking to someone, or he's looking at his phone, or he's whatever I'm doing, just run up, say hello, introduce yourself, say, I'm a fan of the podcast, I watch you on Twitch, I'm in the Discord, and I'd love to talk to you. If you are interested in merchandise, we have shirts, we have pins, we have tokens, we've got stickers, business cards, other stuff. So definitely seek us out. Look for me. Look for Jeff. For those of you who have Instagram, watch our Instagram stories. We're gonna try that again. We're gonna be putting up some stuff on there. For those of you who have Snapchat, there's a Lost Codex Snapchat out there that has been inactive since last BlizzCon because I'm too lazy to sign in. But I'm going to sign in when I leave tomorrow and start start going off on that. So if you got Snapchat, follow the Lost Codex Snapchat. Look at our stories. Because I'm going to be using that the whole weekend. And if you see me, maybe you'll appear on the Lost Codex Snapchat. If you don't want to be on the Lost Codex Snapchat, you tell me, and I'll respect your privacy. Pretty sure it's just the Lost Codex, because this time I got the Lost Codex before someone else took it. Stupid twitch.tv/the Lost Codex. Don't go there. I don't know who that guy is. It's not me. That's it, guys. If you're going to be at BlizzCon, seek me out. If you're not at BlizzCon, well, enjoy the show from your computer. Enjoy Classic. Buy the virtual ticket. Pay the money. Watch the panels. I could get it all for free. Yeah, but you're not watching it, and that's not the fun. Watch it as a prelude, and then go to BlizzCon next year. 15th year anniversary next year for World of Warcraft. Next WoW expansion next year. I'm just saying. This is it. Guys, I'm sorry for the short podcast. It almost didn't happen. Jeff, what time is it? Jeff has arrived in California. Jeff is in California. If you are Californian, Jeff is inside your state. In San Jose, waiting for me to arrive Thursday. It's only Tuesday right now, but he gets there because of jet lag. You know, he's from Europe, so... Jeff is there. I'll be there. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, guys. So, that's it for today. If you haven't seen our latest lore episode, that's why I chose the Zandalari theme. We just put out a lore video. It's been a while. Literally, Battle for Azeroth launch was the last time. It's the last one we put out. A lot of people were asking, where's the lore videos? I'm sorry. That's all I can say. As a Canadian, I'm sorry. So, go watch the lore video we did. And, it's about the Loa. I do a voice. I don't know how well, but I do a voice. Let me know. And just for those listening, I said this on Patreon, on my prelude. People on Patreon got to see this yesterday. By the way, patreon.com/Lost Codex if you want early access to slides and the lore videos before anyone else. It's on Patreon. $5 reward and up. I posted on Patreon about the lore video, and I talked about how when I do my character voices, so when I do my Draenei voice, when I did my Kaldorei voice for the Teldrassil video, they were very calm characters. The Draenei voice was a very, very deep. He was a scholar. He was a very deep scholar. And the Night Elf voice, that one was just kind of made up on the spot. That one was I can't remember how I did it. But the Zandalari voice, I didn't want to throw on a typical Jamaican style accent. I went to town on that vocal analysis. I listened to practically every Wowhead video that had NPC data mine dialogue from Battle for Azeroth beta. I ran around Zandalar clicking on every single NPC. Female, child, male, dinosaurs, Tortolans, they don't count, but I just clicked on them because they're funny. I listened to real life, different African dialects. I listened to a lot. And I really tried to make a different character. I wanted to make a Zandalari troll that wasn't calm like the Draenei scholar, or emotional like the Kaldorei who was talking about Teldrassil. I wanted to create a real, exciting character. Someone who just yells at you at the beginning of the episode. Welcome back, my friends. You're like, whoa, what am I watching? And the idea was he's an old Zandalari chronicler. And he knows everything about the Loa. He just loves to travel the world and learn about the different Loa of the different troll tribes. But he's a little bit biased in certain things that he says. So when I talked about Yasma in the, we all know what Yasma does in the Zandalari zone. He didn't refer to her in like good nature or respectful nature. He spat her name every time he said it. when he talked about the Drakari, he snarled the words Drakari Empire. And then at the end, I really wanted to convey that this is sad what happens at the end. I won't spoil it, but I wanted to create this character. And I went to town and I wasn't convinced it was a good voice. Sent the voice to some of my mods to take a look at, and they liked it. They had feedback, but then when they listened to it in context with the video with the sound effects, they said, you know what? I don't even hear the but the problems I had. I don't even hear them anymore. So go listen to it and let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. If you do like it, let me know. And so far we have good comments on them, so that chronicler will be back. And for the record, someone said the word chronicler sounds very weird. And I'm expecting, it does, chronicle. That's okay. Chronicler, it's an awkward word. That's literally what the Zandalari call their historians. So it is saying it with an accent. I stumbled a lot, but the Zandalari wouldn't call their historians a historian or a scholar. Chronicler is the word that the Zandalari would use. So go watch it. And there's another project in the works. Hopefully. And I say hopefully because I can't confirm. Before BlizzCon? Not a podcast? What? Something is coming. I'm not going to say anything else in case it can't be done. But there's something else. We're going to get really, really close and whispery because this is... for those of you who are on Patreon, prepare yourselves, for there's a post coming about said project. But you guys will have to wait till next week if this project comes out. I want to give a teaser, but we're not doing it. Throwing that key out the window. There's no window over there, but pretend there is. Okay, I'm done. We're at the hour and a half mark for the stream, so it's less than an hour for the podcast. Guys, we're done. Listen in for next week for episode 28. Is that right? Is that even close? Episode 28. Nailed it. Of Decoded, Lost Codex Podcast. You guys get me zillions. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Don't want to hype it up and then she doesn't show, even though she's literally staying with us. So, But Zillions is going to be on next week. Jeffrey in person, live, in your living rooms, on your screen. No, we're not invited to your living room. And we'll talk about TwitchCon and how fun it was and all the stuff that happened. And then we'll talk more about BlizzCon. So if you're not a fan of these BlizzCon podcasts and you're tuning in next week, spoilers, we're talking about BlizzCon. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for episode 27 of Decoded, Lost Codex Podcast. My name is Jesse. And go watch Tales of Delua, Shadra. Go, right now. Stop listening and go watch it. And then come back next week. Okay, bye.